Wadie, W-A-D-I-E. I get it right? Wadie.
Mrs. Kyer, School Board, and Dr. Liddell. My name is Eileen Wadie, and I've taught in Lewisville for 20 years, and the last 6 have been at DeLay Middle School and Kilo High School. Speaking to the school board is certainly nothing I thought I would feel like I needed to do, but this decision you're about to make is so important to our kids that I have to voice my ideas tonight. I have 2 key topics I want to address tonight. First, to explain and help you try to visualize what a smaller learning community really looks like. And second, I will touch on what I believe your role is regarding LISD mission statement, because I truly believe in you and that you will make the right decision for the students. To my first topic, what does the smaller learning community really look like? I'm only going to elaborate on one example tonight. This year I have a student who sits in the front row of my class. He moved to our district toward the end of last year because of a situation between his parents. Myself and the other core teachers quickly noticed that he was struggling. We worked to try to understand and connect with him in various ways. Finally, he felt secure enough to tell one of us that his mom had remarried, had a baby, and basically told him she did not have time for a teenager in the house anymore. After listening and discussing this with him, his final comment was, "Why do you all care so much?" There was minimal improvement at this point from this conversation, but at least we knew he was beginning to start to trust us. This is not the end of the story, but where the true having a small learning community can be seen. Another teacher on campus noticed him and was concerned enough to talk with me. She decided to help us try to reach this student. It was very obvious to all of us that he is a capable and intelligent young man. This teacher has now made that connection. He goes to her for talk. He goes to her for academic help. He is a happier and more trusting person. His grades and attendance have also improved. This student has a chance to have a successful experience during his high school career. But please remember, it is already March and the plan of having 2 high school centers does not go through. We only have 3 short months to continue to help him with teachers and administrators he already knows. Part of the LISD mission statement says quality of life depends on quality of education, and that LISD is committed to meeting the needs of every individual. We have the biggest feeder zone in the whole district, and this is all the more reason to have the opportunity to educate these students in a smaller setting. For the sake of the students, it is time for you to look at and really take time to understand the data that will be presented tonight and Thursday, and to listen to the experts. Those are the teachers and administrators who work with these kids every day. Being fair is not always equal, and doing the same thing that has always been done does not necessarily mean it is the right thing to do either. I love this district and trust you to make the right decision tonight. I ask you to search deep and for that answer, and please, when you vote, do what is best for all of our kids.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Jackie Jones.
To the school board president, Ms. Kyer, the school board members, and Dr. Liddell, our new superintendent. My name is Jacqueline Jones, and I'm currently the data coach at DeLay Middle School. I've been in this district for 13 years, and all of that time has been at DeLay by my choice. I'm also a member of the Farmer Focus Committee. Although I was asked to be on this committee, I answered yes for no other reason than I believed in the concept of the 2 9-10 centers for LHS. As I look in front of me at each of you, I see the result of who the majority of voters felt were best representatives to fulfill the duties of our mission statement, which ends with, dedicated to education and committed to meeting the needs of every individual. Let us for a second consider the student body of LHS, which would include Kilo, as one of those individuals. It is apparent to me that the voters felt that the 9-10 centers was a commitment to meeting the needs of the LHS individual because they voted for it. Just as the voters trust each of you in front of me to serve this district as school board members who are dedicated to education and committed to meeting the needs of every individual, we also trust that the funds upon which we vote will be utilized in the manner chosen by the majority of voters. It was not in any of my short or long-term goals for this year or any other year to speak at a school board meeting because I trust the group of school board members voted by the majority of this community. Unfortunately, I felt that a minority of individuals may be muddying the lenses through which you all are viewing the 9-10 centers. I mentioned that I work in this district, but I am also an aunt and godmother and a family friend of several of the current 9th graders at Kilo this year. My niece was also a victim of a muddied view, and she was not happy with the idea of being split from her friends. Once I informed her of the educational benefits of a 9-10 center versus the social benefits of being with her friends, that fare was not always equal, what life would be like if every school in this district was a clone of the other, what it means to vote for someone who doesn't live up to the reasons for which you voted for them, what it means to be in the majority to vote for something only to have it changed by a minority. Imagine, I told her, the majority of students voting on a theme or an idea for your prom only to have it changed by a minority. She has since adjusted her muddy thinking and decided to view things as a future, mature sophomore, and she soon got over her sadness. One of the things that I pride myself on in working for this district is that we as a district do what is best for students. In this district, jobs are created to meet the needs of students. Class sizes are set at each campus to meet the needs of students. Funds are distributed to meet the needs of students. We even set bond elections to meet the needs of students. I hope that I will also be able to pride myself on trusting that the school board sitting in front of me, who were voted on by the majority of this community, will not allow a minority of individuals to deter them from the job for which they were voted, to steer this district in a pathway of our mission statement.
Thank you. Next card we have is Samuel Williams.
I am here to talk about the 9th and 10th unifying of the campuses. I think it's a horrible idea because in 9th grade we're supposed to find out who we are, what we're progressing to be. Me, I want to be a neurosurgeon, and so I'm going to head down the medical career. And last year in 8th grade, my wonderful principal, Ms. Flores, has taught me how to become a mature person, because last year I've been immature, I've been sent to pass, I haven't been the best of students. But this year I've changed. I haven't gotten in trouble, I haven't done anything that will be shown on my transcript that I'm a negatory person. And I thank her for that because she's molded me to the person I am today. I stood up talking to the board of the school to say that it's a bad idea because in 9th grade we're forming students to go down the roles. And if you combine 9th and 10th graders, the 9th graders won't know what to do since there's a bunch of 10th graders probably hazing them, which is not good because it just makes them have low self-esteem. And I know it's not good to think negatory about things that possibly help us, but in most cases, this is one part that we need to talk back about. Because this is going to help benefit people of 2014, the students of LHS North of 2014. And you can't break this tradition because we've all shared the moment with Shane Taylor's mom who died of cancer. We all witnessed that. We've all heard it. We all felt bad. And we can't break that up. This is one thing you cannot spread out. This is one thing you have to keep compact just between students, faculty, and just parents and family. You cannot separate this. You cannot send 9th graders and 10th graders to the same school because it will show diversity, but it won't show uniqueness. It will just show that you can just put 9th and 10th graders together. And I have about 30 seconds, so I'm done.
Thank you, sir, for being eloquent.